is that. Believe everything is going live. Let's see. Yeah, we're live. Okay, cool. So while we wait on this Yamaha, this Yamaha interface, we are going to mess around with some Diva. So I gotta find it because it's been a minute, I feel, since I've done anything with Diva. So I thought, why not revisit? And the reason what made me go back to revisiting it was I wanted to get I think it's called Repro, which is the uHe Repro one, but right now I need to wait because it's a little expensive. There's no sale. So when it goes on sale, then I'll revisit that thought. But in the meantime, might as well go in here and look for some cool sounds, some ARPs, some different keys and different things I can use to make music. So let's do it. Let's see. There we go. So there's some pads. So we're just looking for a sound that's going to inspire me to create. And in the meantime, if you drop comments, I'm hoping I should be able to see it. Boy, this joint is spiking my let's get rid of addicted drums. Let's go. I'm not really worried about that. It's spiking my CPU. That's the only issue I'm having, which is weird. I didn't even realize it would spike it because I've used it that little bit of time, so I did not know that. Wow, that's crazy. It's weird because I can use Omnisphere multiple instances of it and don't have issues like that at all. All right, let's use Spacewalk. I hadn't used Spacewalk in a while. Let's pick a key, maybe something that I don't do, like G often. And let's use, I love that Hungarian. I can't get enough of it. I don't know why. Let's shorten this to about 50 bars. That's fine. Some deviation in there. We'll do 50% deviation. Allow diminish. Give me a new pattern. There we go. And let's see, is there anything over here we want to do? Nope. I do want this, so let's turn this up a little bit. That's fine. And then we'll drag the MIDI to the track. Right there. Let's see how that sounds. volume a little bit. It gets pretty loud. Now we can pull this back up. I was thinking about pulling some of these notes out. Just doing something like that. Spacewalk off. All right, so that's a start. Some of it I like, some of it I don't. I might even take some of these and shift them down a little. Transpose the notes. Even here, I'm gonna I still want these to be, I think I'm going to transpose them again. Play it in a lower, make it more drone and darker sounding. Hey, what's up, BB? What's up, BBN? Sorry, I'm trying to use the computer and see everybody. It's a little bit easier. Yeah, Diva's dope, man. I'm trying to see if it'll let me use 2 instances of it without it crashing something. Let's stop this. I'm trying to see. It sounds amazing, but the problem is, I don't know if it's gonna let me use, because it seems to be very CPU intensive. Let's see. Let's go find some pads. I was gonna look for something else to throw in with this. Let's see what this. All right, let's see what that does. We're going with 75 BPM. That's cool. That works. to sync this. Just trying to find a way to sync this up to the tempo because I have no clue if it is or not. I'm gonna stop that for a second. Yeah, I'm just trying to. Feels like it's going way too. Let me see. Nope. Presets, no scope. I ain't gonna lie, this is pretty cool scope right here. But I still don't know how to make it sync. This is what happens when you don't understand sound design, I guess. You're like searching around for every little bit. Usually there's something. Okay, so here's something that says sync. Here's something that says sync. But I don't know if that's really syncing. It doesn't sound like it if I'm being honest. Hmm. Well, I guess we won't be syncing. I'll just look for something else. I have no clue what that thing is doing. I'm trying to find my screen so I can see if anybody's saying anything, but I'm not seeing it. There we go. Hey, Diva CPU heavy for certain presets for me, not a lot. Okay, so maybe just certain ones. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. I didn't even know you used Diva. That's good to know. Glad I'm not walking this tightrope alone. Um, cool. Well, since you do use it, do you know where I would find the sync button? Multi-core. Do you know where the sync button is? That's what we're looking for. That way, it should be something that universally syncs to the global. That's what I'm hoping. If it's not, then it isn't, but it would make it so much easier to be able to sync everything to a global. Store settings. Nope. Because I have no clue. They have some of the coolest ARPs in this thing too. The sound, for some reason, it sounds really good to me. But again, I have no clue whether it's syncing or not. Oh well. Let me look it up on Chat GPT because that's where AI plays a major role when you don't know what you're doing. All right, let me just see if I can find it. Does have a global sync? All right, let's see what it says. Sometimes it be lying to me, you know? It says it does support it. Yes, it does support it, but not in the sense of dedicated hardware style global sync. It follows the MIDI host clock. Okay, well, how do I turn it on? Tempo sync. The LFO rate in Diva can lock to your DAW's tempo. That's what I want. the LFO's rate. So this is the oscillators. This says LFO. No, don't want to change anything there. This is the fun part when you don't know what the world you're looking at. Let's go to main. All right, and see if it's here. LFO says sync. Says sync there. This is crazy. So in global, how do all right, let's ask for instructions, see if it'll help me out. Go to the LFO section, LFO1 or LFO2. Find the rate knob. There's a rate mod. Click on the small sync button next to the rate control. I guess this is it, saying it's synced. To small rate knob. Good Lord. This shouldn't be this complicated. This is definitely why I'm not a sound designer. I can't even find the stuff they're talking about too. Dude, this is pretty bad. All right, let's see. Click the small sync button next to the control. The rate will now play the note division. How the LFO is now the LFO is locked. So it says sync here, so I'm assuming this means that it is locked. This says 1 second. I don't know what that means. Because this is not 75 BPM, but here, let's turn on the metronome. There ain't no way that's 75 BPM. It would be slower. Unless I'm tripping. Anyway, we're gonna move on to something else, otherwise it'll be never happening. Read some comments to you. Yeah, I read that. That I don't know. I have a lot of third party. Yeah, that's where I'm at too. Mainly synths and bells. Yep. And leads for sure. I need to dig into the ARPs though. Hey, what's up, Alaskan Bull? Man, whenever I use AI to help with sound design, I just end up in a loop for an hour. Yeah. Yeah, especially it's not that this UI is terrible looking. I actually like it. It's just when you don't know what in the world you're doing, it gets to be a little more challenging, I think. That's for me at least. So we're gonna move on to a different something because I can't figure out how to sync that and yeah. So listen to somebody. All right, let's go here. I'm gonna turn this metronome off. All right, so let's do this. Let's lock this to G Hungarian minor. That's what we use on the scale. So now at least our scale is locked. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create like some more textural type stuff. Did that work? Nope. There we go. I'm just trying to make a little MIDI clip. And then I'm going to use some Ableton features, which is called seeds. We're going to set it to one voice. Set the pitch range here. I don't want this to be too low or too high because it can get real weird. And then I'm going to set the duration to like, we'll do this. Set the velocities kind of low. Leave it at one voice and set the density a little bit high. So this will just give me some, and you can just generate till you get what you want. So that pitch might be a little too high for my taste. Some movement creating in here too. Nice. And that's all random. Turn that down a little bit there. Let's copy this. Scale lock. So now you can see the scale. We'll come back to the bass. We'll figure it out. Let's come up with something for some percussion. I'm just messing around with pocket drums to see what it can give me that may help me get motivated. One of the things about drums that I always struggle with is I want more ambient sounding drums, and I'm just not like there. And as far as creating them, it's just a whole nother world. But you do whatever you can. This thing needs a kick at the front. So what I'm gonna do, turn up this. Have it drift. All right, we're just gonna grab the MIDI, and we're just gonna make, well, as soon as I, all right, duplicate that one, then we'll grab this one. I'm just gonna make a quick 8 bar. It's not gonna take that long to do this because I'm not. And grab this one. We'll decorate. I call it decorating. We'll decorate this stuff. We'll color this stuff, is what I mean to say. Jeez. Uh, number 5, then number 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's grab 6. I'm just having them play for 2 bars each. That's kind of what I'm doing here. Then we'll grab 7. And then I'm gonna mix it up with a turnaround. Wait a minute, this is 1. Make sure 1, 2. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6. We're on 7 right now. And then we'll go to 8. And then I'm gonna build a I'm gonna use one of their turnarounds, but I'm gonna do it on the 16. So I'm gonna basically duplicate that, and then I'm gonna go to 1 and grab this one, just here. And on this last one right here, we're gonna have it turn around. You know what? Let's do that as the intro. Actually, we're gonna, the heck did I do here? All right, so we'll do this as the intro. So just move all this out a little bit. We're just building a little intro in. That is way too much. Maybe something like that. And this little drum fill will just be the intro. Then we'll add a color limiter to it. Pretty simple. That'll give us some saturation on those drums, more than what's already in there. And then I'm gonna go grab a Valhalla vintage room. You know what, let's use something different, because I usually go straight to a vintage verb, I should say. But let's try using these. I was looking for a drum. Dark, no, we don't want that. Ambient spaces, nope. Never mind, we'll just use the one I'm used to, that I use on everything, which is vintage verb. Right here, and drop it on. And then I'll show you guys real quick. Just go to ambience, drum air, and then turn it down to wherever your liking is. We can put a little more air on this one just because we're kind of doing ambient with some hip hop drums. That's crazy. Sometimes you can stack reverb too, like use a couple different reverbs to give you some variation anyway. And turn these drums down like a -3. Actually, I want to instead of doing this one twice, I'm gonna do it once. I want to mix these up a little bit so that it doesn't get so stagnant. So we'll use option, put that one there. We'll switch out this one here and put this one over here. I'm just moving them around to give it some variation. So we'll take the first 8 bars there. And let's get rid of these and we'll grab just those. So 3. Trying to see where the 5th one. Let's go back. So pattern 3, pattern 4, pattern 6. So we're going to swap these. I like that they keep pattern on there so I know what in the world I'm swapping. So here's 6. We go 6 to 5. Let's do that one there. Let's move 7 back here. We'll go 6, 5, 7. And then we will do 4, 8. And that'll be where the pattern restarts over and repeats. Cool. So now we just need to, I don't know why it's spacing this right here. Not sure why it's doing that, but whatever. I'll see all these little spaces in between. It's because I didn't consolidate the loop. I'll go back and fix all that. So the main thing when you're working like this is make sure you consolidate the loop before you throw a new one in, or else sometimes it'll put gaps in between. All right, that's fine. So what I mean by consolidate, if you don't know what I'm talking about, is highlight the loop itself and hit Command J, and then it consolidates. It puts it all together so that it fits the whole space. All right. Cool. Let me check the chat now because I gotta switch back and forth to check it if somebody says something. right, now I'm gonna play some bass. I'm just gonna have fun. I'm playing free. I don't want to play like structured. I'm just gonna have fun. But you'll be able to see what I'm doing down here. All right, here we go. Messed up on that part. All right, so that beginning, I'm taking that out. That was just me pressing buttons. Why is it not letting me? That first note is a little off, so I'm gonna fix that. Cool. Why is it? Let me zoom in a little more. It's this note here. Man, you get out of here. Oh, it's this note that's off. Okay. Now we see what's going on. Oops. Where's the note? Let's see if that isn't right. Something's wrong there. So this is the note. I don't like the way that sounds for some reason. I gotta work on that. Let me just go back and re-record it. That's the best way to do it. For some reason it doesn't sound right. I don't know if this is froze or what's going on. Let me check. I'm not seeing. All right, that's fine. Back to this recording. All right, so where are we at? Let's just start it right here. Press record. It's like a delay or something in the recording, kind of weird. And I noticed something up here, the notes are a little off. Let me consolidate this one, Command J, and then check on these. Yeah, those notes are fine. All right, just weird. Let's do that again. take that. And again, we're just exploring. Don't know if it's going to be with a keeper or not, but just messing around till we find something we're cool with. So I didn't play the full pattern out here. I should have technically, but let's see. So let's do this. This one for some reason. Let's see. Why does this note feel like it needs to hit either before or after? It feels like it's late. Zoom in. I'm going to split this note. Let me see if that works. Should be like, let's see. Let's just get rid of it. I don't know why that's not hitting right. This one should be a little longer. Okay, so I like the free part of playing there. Let me see if slice this audio here and slide that there. We need to capture some of these. I'm going to capture, how many bars do I need here? 4 bars. All right, cool. That'll work. Option grab, and then we're going to just place these in here as a, and we'll put all this back together. There we go. So now we have our 16. like that that almost drunk sounding, sort of sloppy in a way, horns. One thing I wish I could find is horn samples that I could strip the MIDI from, and then I would just put it on to Swam instruments and use my kind of use those horns, so I wouldn't have to get any sample issues. So in the meantime, I gotta play it, but you know, it'd be cool because I think just a real trumpet player, or in this case, I'm using what as a flugel, whatever, would be able to play it in a way that's spot on. But anyway, when you get those type of samples, then you just shift it to the key that you're playing in, and it works pretty well. That's my little sample method. Different ways to sample, right? Let's mess with the expression a little bit. I think one day I'm gonna build up the nerve to just give myself a little woodwind MIDI controller and see if I can just, all I need is the breath controller technically, and see if I can just play it based on what, with my mouth using the breath controller, and see if I can get the expression the way I want it. Because I can do it with the keys, but sometimes it's spot on, and then sometimes it's just not. And I think if I had to use breath with it, I might feel it a little bit better. I don't know. Just a thought in my head. Until they, and then maybe if they actually create a MIDI mapping for, and I say this every video I use this, but if they just make a MIDI mapping for the Osmos, then I think it probably would work well and I'd be set. That's my hopes. But until they do, I'm kind of like trying to wing it, I guess. Anyway, we'll work through it. Let's play a little bit and see if we can capture something good. All right. So that's a little part there. Let's see. Mess around with some other stuff with it. Go holla delay. I don't like that. I'm gonna just leave it off. It would be cool too. Let's do this. Let's do some different drum stuff. We're gonna just drop out the drums here so that it doesn't become, I mean, it's already going to be repetitive to some degree, but let's just pick spots like there. We'll go here and we'll just drop out the drums. We'll let that one go. So 1, skip 2. Let's go back to the beginning. Hey, what's up, Crazy Wabbit? Yeah, just messing around. We use Spacewalk to come up with some chords for Diva to use. Diva, this is called Dark Sunrise preset. This is a Tom Wolf rich texture preset. I just wanted to mess with some of this. I haven't been using Diva in a while. Then we use Diva here once again. This was just some seeding within Ableton where you can select. Let me consolidate this. Just random seedings within the scale that we're in, the Hungarian minor scale. So we use Diva to create that. And this is another Tom Wolf preset from his Azure pack called Peace at Last. And that one just kind of gave us some little textural parts. Then we did some drums with Pocket Drum. Then Trillion for the bass. So I played the bass. And then we played a little riff with some Swamp flugelhorn. And then put some delay over that. I mean, not delay, some Valhalla Room. Kind of wanted to sound a little off, a little drunk, but it's Hungarian. So, without the drums and bass, it's very, 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 fun because you could take like something that's like ambient, kind of ethereal in its own way, and then start putting the drum. As soon as you put drums and bass to it, it's going to change the dynamics of it, and you have something totally different. Then throw some lead instrument across the top, and you got something insane sounds. One of the techniques I always do is, well, I've been adding this color limiter since Hero told me about it, and but I always use Valhalla for my reverb. But you can use some of the stuff built into the DAW or whatever you have. Throw a little vintage reverb over that, kind of gives your drums a little air, as they say. So without it, it sounds okay, but it sounds like you're playing them in a room. Kind of gives you a little. Thanks, Crazy Rabbit. Yeah, I'm just messing around. This is, you never know what you're gonna come up with, and you just explore a little bit, have fun, not really get strategically caught up in trying to make a certain type of music, but just make whatever you feel at that moment. And if it comes out cool, if it doesn't, scrap it and move on to the next. But the fun part is you're just having fun and you're not really overthinking this. Baritone. I love these. Like, I really want the bass clarinet, is what I want. Sounds like I'm gonna mute that one. Kind of like that actually. It's a little different, but let's see what it would sound like if I switch and go option, and we'll just drag it straight down. We'll keep the same riff, but we'll just play it with a different instrument. That's all. See if we can play this one a little bit deeper. So we'll shift it down an octave and see what it sounds like if we do that. different spaces in the room. Copy that one to there. Let's try it again. Definitely something different to listen to. Well, we're still waiting on the Yamaha right now. I'm hoping I haven't got a message today, at least that I know of. Let me double check that. Yeah, I haven't got anything on an update today, but I do know it was supposed to be out today, delivered. So we shall see. We'll be doing videos on that next. That'll be the main thing I'm probably going to work on today. But I thought I would do it live and spend a little time just making some music first before we talk about another piece of gear. So that is going to be it for this live. Um, I enjoy kind of randomly popping in and not having a designated time. Just kind of makes it fun for me and less stressful. So I will continue to do that. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you, Wabbit. Thank you, BBN. Thank you, Alaskan Bull. Appreciate you both, all three, for stopping in. Oh, nice. You're getting yours tomorrow. Cool. Yeah, man, that's good. Yeah, we're gonna know something today. We'll know. I'm gonna do the first video, like I said, is gonna be the physical part of it, like the weight. We're gonna test and see if it'll work, if the iPad pad can power it. I'm pretty confident the MacBook should be able to power it, no problem. But we'll see how that works. Then we'll try to do some testing with maybe a mic, as well as using the keyboards to see what the sound is like. Then we'll do some stuff where we record into the computer. We'll figure it all out. It may be a series of videos though, because I just want to show. I like breaking it down smaller increments so you don't have to watch so long, because you may not be concerned with certain parts, and then the people that are more concerned with other parts about the device, I think would appreciate having smaller videos like that versus me spending a whole hour with the device. So we'll figure it all out, and in due time. Thank you again. Appreciate your time too, Wabbit, and we'll see you guys on the next video. All right, have a good day if I don't hear from you.